Alright, here is our last match of this stage in Mix. It's against Sharur. And what's the deal? I don't know. I don't think there's a number of wins that guarantees anything. It would, of course, be good to, win 2, as always, out of 4. Our first mix here is Hinterlands, because for some reason, whenever I do random command with those, I get Hinterlands first, it seems. So, if you go back, I'm pretty sure I've rolled Hinterlands every time, first game. You can go back and you can look at the previous ones and tell me that I'm full of crap there, which I probably am. Anyways, it feels that way. This board, no village makes it a little bit weird. I'm thinking about opening Nomad camp. I think what you really want to do is you just want to run a lot of stables. Haggler's not that valuable as a terminal, so you're looking at either Nomad Camp or Tracker. Nomad Camp could get me to 5, which would be quite valuable. And if it doesn't get me to 5, it's not a huge deal. So, I think that's how I'm going to start. Mostly just want a lot of stables, and then we'll figure it out from there. Yeah. Trashing Monastery. Temple, I think Monastery is generally going to be a better option. Let's do that. Alright, so we missed, which, darn. Happens. It makes you think that maybe Temple would have been better, but I don't know. It's really, as I say, I think it's really going to come down to these stables and what happens with them, both split-wise and just being able to draw with them wise. Both Monastery and Temple don't have a nice way to get rid of them, so. Okay, now's when things start to get kind of bad. Here we'll take Monastery, and now stables. Every 5 is just going to be stables over and over and over again until they run out. And then it's going to be Artificer, and then I don't know. It's good to see 5 here. It would be really good to see 5 next turn too, which would probably have to involve drawing the stables. Like this. We're seeming pretty even right now. I think I'm guaranteed to hit 5 from here. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I think I'm guaranteed to miss 5 from here, actually. But, oh well. We might be able to, get silver or copper. And trash 2 estates, in the worst case. Yeah, Monastery could also bottom deck, so that's also a worst case. Okay. Yeah, so I'll trash 3 estates, which is awesome. Here we go, buying stables. This is such a dumb game. I'm happy to have the Nomad camp. I don't know that it's doing me a whole lot yet. Stables copper. Monastery trash 2 estates. I think I'm good. And just trash a single estate and we'll be happy. The really bad case here would be for you to be able to buy both of those stables. Okay, that does not happen, which means I am not completely screwed. Of course, the amazing case would have been for you to be able to buy neither. Stables, silver. Yeah, I think silver. Now we'll get some Artificer. We might pick up a tunnel. Seems fine. I think we're pretty even at the moment. Needs to be Artificer silver. I don't know what that last card is. I guess it's a Stables. Stables Monastery in hand. Haggler. I guess what Haggler does is it can gain golds with province, which seems decent. I'm going to take 2 Artificers here. With the intention of one of them gaining a tunnel and then the other immediately discarding it, and that's how I'm going to get my gold. That might be fine, it might also suck. Compared to the Haggler thing. I mean, I think getting the 5 off the Nomad camp would have just been, too good to pass up. We'll see how much money this is. 13, so this will be Province Gold, Artificer Silver, is my guess. Seems okay. I guess there's also Triumph to think a little bit about. It might be like Province Artificer, Artificer Silver. That's where going after the Artificers can give you a little bit more room. This is this Triumph business. We'll see. Exactly as expected. Well, this is fantastically bad. Put 2 stables down there. I'm not sure with what. 2 stables, Artificer. There's got to be a treasure. Right. I'm going to gain Province Tunnel. I think I'm going to buy that. Like that. Yeah, okay. So it hasn't been perfect. What's new? Haggler's looking really, really good on that side of things. Like, I bottom decked pairs of stables, I think the last 2 turns when it could have been a deck draw, which is not good by any stretch. Pretty severely inhibits my ability to use Artificer effectively. I do wonder if the province there was something a mistake. We can definitely come back on stuff with triumphs. You know, gain lots and lots of gold in a turn with Artificer Tunnel. And then triumph. Okay. So probably province, Artificer, province, Artificer. That's gonna be my guess. Yeah, that's fine. Yuck. Oh, gosh. Kind of have to top deck a copper here. Don't I? I can gain a silver. I don't want another tunnel, though. Okay, there's no way I can shuffle there. So I'm gonna province triumph. And then stare at this hand that, even though I didn't trigger a bad shuffle, I'm getting anyways. Oh, man. Apparently that's the way of things. I wonder if I should have just, like, double triumphed instead. I've been 9 points. I don't know. This is horrible. I'm gonna gain an Artificer and I guess trash this copper. Well, maybe you won't get back to the plus buy, though I don't know that I'm going to be that lucky. The good news is I don't think you can, like, safely double province, which, not seeing my hand is something that you might be inclined to, if you saw my hand, might be something you might be inclined to do. Jeez. I don't think that you'd be safe single provincing even. No, there's no way. Again, not seeing that my hand is a complete and utter disgrace and affront to Dominion. So interesting shuffle. I guess you can get through quite a bit of it. Maybe you feel comfortable, like, no. There's no way you can double. I don't even think it's reasonable to single. I mean, that's my good news. Again, my bad news is that I'm staring at this hand and have been for however long. I guess you might province anyways. You could also be looking at something that doesn't have the pouch in it. Okay. Haggler, sure. Okay, so this is just going to be province something. And I have to hope for a dud on that end, because that's what happened to me. I don't think there's a point in scoring, no. So we're just going to pay off debt and call it a day. And hope a miracle happens. I mean, I think it should be able to happen, right? Right? No? We'll find out. That's what we'll do. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad. Gotta say. Well, it's a lot of copper gains, which is pointing towards triumph. Okay. Well, I think I can deal with this. Yeah, province, Artificer, triumph. Okay. So if I province, triumph, I should win. Is my understanding, at least. If I get that far. That is a stables. I could gain a copper here. That might be my best move. I mean, I'd really like to, shuffle before doing that, but I could also gain like a silver to the top of my deck and gain a gold while we're at it. Or a tunnel. Well, this isn't going to province triumph. It might single triumph, but it won't double. I gotta go for it, right? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can discard one of these. Now, let's see. Okay. Cool. That was amazing. Yeah, I had just an absolutely wicked dud in there. which I would prefer to not have in the future if possible. So next is Seaside. Let's hope for no flag bearers. So be my start and these cards. Alright. What is here? Alchemist. Watchtower can also draw, which probably is better. You could Star Chart Church. Always a fun thing to do. I don't know why it's a fun thing to do. I just said that without really thinking anything about it. Yeah, I mean, Watchtower will draw. Church will sort of filter for you, so I'm not really seeing the Alchemists that much. Especially with Star Chart. I think our start's going to be Church Watchtower. Star Charting Church does like zippity squat. I guess it could also be like Church Scavenger. If I want to go for more of a econ angle early, which I think I might. Anyways, this is Church. Now we can figure out what the 4 is. The classic thing to do is, of course, to double Church. But I think I want Scavenger, and then I can Innovation and be slightly better off if something happens. Let's do that. Alright, so this works. We're going to set aside Copper Estate by a native village. Hopefully get Innovation. You decide to match it for some reason. Oh, this is not what I was looking for, gotta say. Just to say, I was definitely looking more for you know, having a Scavenger instead of one of these estates, or minimally copper. I'm gonna buy Blessed Village, I believe. I could buy Watchtower also, but I think it's going to end up being Blessed Village. Somebody else is doing something, so we're going to get all mixed up. That's great. 1 card, that's going to be buying 3 cost. Okay. Yeah, I was really looking for Innovation this turn. We'll get to do it sometime in the future. And that can go next turn. So, like, this turn, for example, we'll buy Innovation, assuming that I don't see the Church. I hope that these are not 4 coppers. Because if they are, that would suck. Alright, so we're just gonna play it safe. And top deck Church and Innovation. Do need a Watchtower soon. Be really good. I'm gonna set aside with the native village, and then I think stow all three of these things. The top deck is, I guess, just copper, because that's all the action cards. So here I'll buy Merchant Guild Watchtower. Which will be great. For sure. Scavenger will put West Village on top. I guess I can put native West Village in there. I don't really want to be... Yeah. We'll get to filter like a copper or something. What's going on over there? Innovation? Maybe? Like, I'm happy to have the innovation. I have what? Innovation. I don't know. Be good to buy villages. Namely, Wandering Minstrels now. I don't know how well that can happen. We can also get a second church this way. Although this is certainly a lot concerning. I would definitely characterize myself as being over-terminaled right now. I could pick up and buy Merchant Guild Village, I think. 7. Yeah, it could be Merchant Guild Native Village. It should be fine. Yeah, this is gross. So that is something Watchtower, which was not really what I had in mind. I might get the second church right now. Set aside a state, play Merchant Guild, use a coffer, buy church, set aside a copper. Okay, this looks good. I haven't felt extremely threatened by whatever's going on over there, but on the other hand, which, I mean, it seems like it's going okay. So, I don't really like it seeming like things are going okay. I haven't seen anything that makes me think, oh my gosh, the Sharur is just devastated by something. This might be a good turn to pick up Star Chart, if possible. Let's see. See, this for you could be like innovation. I don't know. Probably not. Okay, I'm fine with that. What is it? It's a blessed village. Let's set aside again then. Okay. I'm trying to buy this turn. I'd like another Watchtower. I'd kind of like a Minstrel, for sure, at some point. Maybe I try to buy 2 Minstrels. Can I do that playing the Merchant Guild? No. I have to buy Scavenger, in which case I net 0 coffers. That seems bad. Alright, if I play the Merchant Guild and I buy Minstrel Watchtower, I end up with 4 coffers. That sounds good. What else is in there? I don't know. I mean, I could go Native Village, Watchtower also. Gross. Another church at some point would be good. I just don't know if now's the time. You know, set aside those 2 coppers. I think I'd like to pull with this native village. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely pulling with this native village. Hopefully it doesn't draw, the blessed village doesn't draw Watchtower and can draw like a church or something. I wonder if my first buy on last turn should have been Watchtower, considering innovation. Alright, well this was pretty acceptable. Let's see, do I need to scavenger this stuff? I don't think so. Let's buy Merchant Guild Minstrel. Okay. So yeah, this seems reasonably good. Innovation's just been a beast. As we would expect it to be, but even so. It's been real good. I'm gonna pick up here, I think. Oh, whoops. I mean, I'm gonna play the Watchtower here, is I believe what I meant. Whoa. This is weird. What is going on? Alright, that was interesting. Well, I can buy more churches, right? And I want to buy more churches. So let's set up to do that. Do I want to set this on aside? Yeah, I want to set this one aside. Okay, we are buying Merchant Guild Church. That sounds good. I could add a native village in, or a watchtower, I suppose. Would be better. Merchant Guild Church. Watchtower. There we go. We have a problem coming in. Just to say this stuff needs to get churched. Need to trash some coppers. Always good. Always good. Might be able to add a merchant guild too. Look on the bright side. I have 4 coppers coming in and can only trash 2, which means my hand's gonna be, I think, even just too big for Watchtower, which is really annoying. Yeah, that turn seems to be going pretty well, doesn't it? Extremely well, in fact. You can get 2 merchant guilds in a native village. Might be worthwhile. I should totally set aside the church on the first church. Church 2 coppers. Oh well, we'll live and learn. Live and learn. Live and learn. think I've only trashed 1 copper. It's another problem. Like getting the churches into next, or getting these coppers into next hand's not actually going to help me any. So I don't think church is where it's at. Uh-oh. Okay, Blessed Village. Guild. Watchtower, Native Village, alright. Seems all reasonable. I mean, I think it was mildly unfortunate to draw this hand. Yeah, let's take a peek. Okay. So I'm gonna Merchant Guild Native Village, and I don't think that could lose. No, it can't lose. It can set me up for losing, but it won't lose right now. Immediately. You have 5 buys. Yeah, okay. Just had way too much incoming copper. That's completely my fault. I could have done better there. There's things that could have gone better too, but I could have done better. Hopefully you just don't see a Watchtower or something. But this looks like you're good. You can top deck a Watchtower. Minstrel first. Set aside something pretty. Just to say a Merchant Guild. We should see some green cards start to come out here. I guess you can also take a tie. I think I'd be happy with that at this point. Just given how much my deck has suffered. I guess I also possibly face a problem if you like Watchtower, Province. Yeah. Just say that I might just be screwed no matter what. You're definitely holding a Watchtower in hand right now. If you weren't before, now you really are. If you Watchtower province, and I have to province duchy, and then I still lose, I think. So that's bad. So anyways, I think your move is Watchtower, province. Maybe you just triple province. I don't think so. You set aside Merchant Guild. That's what that means. Those are 2 merchant guilds. Which maybe it was necessary to draw, but I don't know. I think Watchtower province still just wins. Or you. I mean, I meant to get the innovation a little bit earlier, for sure. I probably could have done it, too, had I, well, I definitely, no, I couldn't have. Could I have? Yeah, I could have gotten it, had I set aside 3 coppers, but there's no way to know that. It would be a good action card for me to play this turn. Innovation. I'm not sure. I mean, it did its job. I just didn't do mine, keeping the churches down. You know, it was last turn I screwed up. I should have set aside church. That's pretty much all there is to it. But, oh well. You might even be able to take a copper with the Watchtowers. What are those 2 cards? Just villages of some kind. 1 blessed village, 1 native village would be my guess. 1, yeah, that's right. I guess I do have 5 buys, so yeah, but I can't. There's no way I can get like 3 provinces. Okay, that is not above 16, like I was expecting. There is a Watchtower in hand, right? Oh yeah. Okay, so this is Watchtower. Watchtower something. Okay. Well, you cannot quad next turn, right? No, yeah, you can. You can totally quad next turn. Okay. Well, that screws me over a lot less than I expected, gotta say. Let's do these two. Okay. Can I draw those two things? Yeah. I think I want to play the merchant guilds. I did use up all my watchtowers, which, oh well. So that'll bring me up to potentially, like, I want to buy 2 provinces and a blessed village, I think. And then whatever copper. So what? 5. I don't want to spend coppers unnecessarily. I think I set aside 1 of these. Yeah, 2 provinces and a blessed village is fine. $13. Oh, whoops. Undo. I wanted this turn. Alright, well, this is bad. I just lost. No watchtower. Oh well. I don't even know what all these coppers are doing me. I just bought too many coppers. I needed some, but not that many. I should have saved Forest Gift for sure. I just sped up. Way too many coppers. There's no way these 38 coppers are going to do absolutely anything for me. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to trash 2 of these coppers. I'm going to church some things, and then I'm going to figure it out based on what Sharur does. One of those buys could have been Star Chart. I mean, I really did not need these coffers. is what I didn't need. And I only have 6 buys, so if you, like, quad province, I can't do it in one turn. You should ban people having 1 card left in their deck. So it's just going to be 4 provinces. As expected. I'm pretty sure if a Watchtower in hand, it's worth it to trash an estate. Okay. Or even just get one. Alright. So I'm not going to make this up in one turn. You did stow a Watchtower. Oh, no, you didn't stow a Watchtower. Okay. So this isn't going to happen in one turn, so we need to figure out what my best bet is for, continuing on. And I think what it's going to look like is I want to stow Scavenger and not Copper. I very much lack churches in deck, which is really bad, given how much copper I just looked at. So I got to be a little bit conservative there. So this is just going to be 3 duchies. Oh, I'm screwed. Alright. There's a bunch of coppers there. Alright. I was not even thinking at that point. Let's get the Seaside out of here. And hand is next. With whatever this stuff is. You get to be first, which looks amazing on that board. And I'm going to go get a drink, because somehow it's been an hour. Alright, you bought Cutpurse. I might not be that big a fan of that decision. Let's see here. We have Menagerie Villa. That looks like a bit of a focus. There's Encampment. It would be sweet if Menagerie and Crossroads somehow interacted better, but they don't. I guess there's Church Crossroads. That's gotta be better than the Menagerie thing, right? Yeah, I think so. How do we open on that? Probably double Church. That sounds right. Get some Crossroads. Some, like, Villa in. Get some Lighthouse in. Alright, so Menagerie is not actually going to be a thing here, which is different. Alright, Church. And another Church. And I don't care if you hit me with Cutpurse because I'm buying Crossroads anyways. Well, now I care. It would suck. That's what it would do. Well, I can borrow. And still borrow. And still borrow. I might do that anyways. I'm not sure. Gee, that was loud. This raid might be pretty good. You know? It's just silver gains. I mean, it's money, is what it is. I don't know exactly how this deck works. But as it goes, I guess. So I'm going to set aside those two and buy another Crossroads is what I'm going to do. Now we should be in good business. Unless Menagerie just does that, apparently. Oh gosh. Alright. I do need some way to get, like, more money. Just looking like Lighthouse at the moment. Especially with the Coven coming in. Anyways, that was a little bit reactionary, but I'm alright with it. I'd like to get a Villa in just as a plus buy. More Crossroads, more Estates would both be good. So this is going to be borrow Villa Crossroads, or borrow Villa Lighthouse. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. Now the real trick's going to be getting money into the deck. Which I think I want to do mostly through raid. So like this turn could be Crossroads silver. If I get there. Or it could just be silver. I do want Outpost pretty soon, I think. It's a bit of a conundrum. So it could be Outpost Crossroads. Borrow for that. Yeah, I'm happy with this deck. At least I think I am. The Menagerie deck might just end up being better, but it doesn't get to raid, which makes me skeptical of it. Weird to say. As weird as that is to say. You will not have a Menagerie in this hand. Guarantee. Right now I have 5 coins in deck if I draw everything. 6 coins, rather. Which is fine for our next buy, which is silver. No. Maybe I want Silver Church. Yeah, let's not go for now. No. Yeah, it's trash. So, setting aside 3 Lighthouse, Outpost. Then silver and another Crossroads. Let's go for it. This could just be silver if I really wanted it to be. It could be church silver if that is feels a little bit safer. I think I like church silver. Now I'll start raiding. Raid! It's a cute little deck. It might not. Okay, that's good. Oh, you have a Menagerie. Alright, never mind. That's less good. Okay, that's more good. Let's see, what is this card? I have no idea. It might be Outpost. It might be copper. I think it's got to be copper, based on how you're acting about it. If it were Outpost, you're going to be thinking about setting it aside. What am I buying? Raid estate. Let's set aside Lighthouse estate then. Could also set aside copper. Oops. Could set aside copper estate, play the Lighthouse. That's better. Alright, I could have gained and played a church. That would have been good. But let's go province and another crossroads. I have a little bit of a anxious moment going into this turn. We do see the Outpost, which is good. I definitely wanted another church. It should have been raid, borrow for church. That's what it should have been. But, oh well. I might end up having to set aside this Lighthouse just in case. It would be might be a better move anyways. Even buy less during the Outpost turn. Heaven's Crossroads. That's right. We're loading up on the Crossroads. We do not want to be thin on those, so to speak. I may end up wanting another villa. I'm probably going to want to raid one more time, which is going to say that I do want another villa, just because I'm going to have enough money to use it. So that might be a goal for this turn, if other things fail a little bit. We'll see. They definitely could right here. This is not a good starting hand. The estate was bad. It should have been a church. No question. But I feel pretty confident greening long term. Should at least be able to province each turn. Outpost on regular, I think. Assuming I don't screw up and forget to get this church. Yeah, but Menagerie sure is special. I think my deck does better long term. I just don't know how much long term there is. Which points at maybe like buying duchies, you know. this province is going to let this deck be successful. Anyways, in a perfect turn, I think I buy Villa, Church, Province. Then we see what next turn brings, and we see what the Outpost turn brings, but it's not looking amazing for that. Just gonna admit. The Outpost turn should end up getting off the ground, no matter what. What are we doing? Oh, okay. That's believable. Yeah. My way about that seemed better, you know. Just long term, it was going to be my game. Anyways, on to a last game. I'm sure there's a short way to writing no terminals, but I don't know it. I swear I've had this exact board before with no terminals. Fortunately, I go first. It's me going first. Alright. Let's go. What is up with this? There are no buys. That's exciting. However, you can upgrade golds into bank from treasure trove and upgrade those into provinces, which is what we're going to end up having to do. In the meantime, I think Apothecary looks pretty sweet, which would point towards opening Potion Experiment. Apothecary is just going to be good for getting to, pathfinding. So, I'm liking Potion Experiment. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of reason to not do that. The concern is that you might not get to upgrade. I do wonder if the opponent goes Coven. I think it's probably just too slow, and even then you can deal with it because you'll have pathfinding. So. Let's take Potion. And Experiment. And now we get a perfectly amazing draw, which will get us both Apothecary and Upgrade, because the world is an amazing place. We had to see it, but that was fine. I think I'm actually just going to stop here and take another Apothecary. As it works out. don't know what Pathfinding is going to go on yet. It may very well end up being Apothecary, but I think it's probably better to do it with Lab. Well, that stunk. I'd like another upgrade, I think. More than another Apothecary. Let's do that. We'll see. It might be fairly far off the mark with this one, but I mean, not drawing the upgrade there was real sad. I think. Yeah, two Apothecaries not being able to draw the upgrade's a little bit sad. It bottom decked. Which, I mean, that happens. At some point I do need to be getting to the Trove. I don't know like how much to build before that though. I'm definitely happy to have the Apothecaries for draw. That's not something that, you know, you have to be buying things still. I feel like the buy of silver wasn't of amazing value. Even though you have gotten all your states out now. This could be merchant. Merchant buy lab. Merchant. Yeah, merchant buy lab, or merchant buy merchant and get pathfinding next turn. On merchant if everything goes amazingly. I could look at ditching the potion for lab this turn. Will be something to consider. Let's see what this buy is. Okay. Let's experiment. A Coven. Alright, I do not care. Just absolutely do not care. What's the best way to do this? It might be to leave Apothecary. No. It's gotta be like this. I could hit the potion right now. I don't think that's that great. Alright, I want lab, I said. Or do I want another Apothecary? I think another Apothecary is just gonna be better. Yeah. We'll hit the potion into a treasure trove is what we'll do. Since that's something that needs to happen eventually. I'm really hoping to not get just completely screwed by Coven. That would be bad. I could also hit the potion into a Coven just to expedite that a little bit. Buy upgrade, or buy pathfinding, as the case may end up being. It's gonna suck to live with only 3 Apotho Labs, but it's still fine. I mean, the potion goes this turn. That's for sure. So, I guess the potion doesn't have to go this turn. I can upgrade experiment or whatever. but I think it would be better for the potion to go this turn. Possibly into another upgrade. What do we want? Do we want the Coven? Like, get Coven, get the Pathfinding. Yeah, right. Now I want Trove more than I really want the Coven, but we're going to upgrade Experiment just for that. Upgrade Experiment to Potion, upgrade Potion to Lab or Upgrade or whatever. I want to hold Experiments as much as possible, just because they are valuable upgrade targets. Something to possibly be a little bit concerned about is that I'm lacking relative thinness. Oh well. You know. Make my upgrade bottom decked, so that's life. So I'm going to upgrade Potion right here, probably to an upgrade. I can also just kill a copper. Now, I need to get this value. Trove to upgrade. Probably to upgrade. Buy Lab? Or buy what? Let's just buy Lab. I'm pretty sure this copper's just going to kill me at some point. Probably when the curses come out. I mean, I'm ditching the Coven this turn. I think in a perfect world, I would Coven to gold, Experiment to potion, by Apothecary. That's my perfect turn. It's my vision. It's my vision. Oh, I have a third one. It could kill copper. Yeah, I guess it's gonna kill copper. Which, long term, I can't really afford to have much of. Some, but not a lot. Or I can go gold to bank already. As the case may be. Like 5 turns before stuff. Yeah. Should be 6 turns. 6 turns before stuff goes. Unless you get another Coven, in which case it'll be sooner. but oh well. Okay, top deck's a lab. I think I have one experiment to burn. On the other hand, why? I had one experiment to burn. I'm just going to take this gold to a bank and get another Apothecary. This turn the potion will go to Trove, bank will go to Province, and we'll buy Province. At least that's how I see it happening. I wonder if just like getting Treasury would have been better than the Coven, just to give a little bit more time on the curses. I don't know. There's lots of ways for this deck to fail too. Like if the curses go in and then I have a bad turn, it could just be over for me. You get a Trove player here, but you still upgraded copper. That's weird. You should definitely be upgrading the golds. I don't know what the last upgrade does. I don't know if killing copper is actually good. Probably is. Just get one out of the way. I mean, obviously it's good for buying things, so... yeah. Okay. Well, apparently we will be using one for that purpose, because... yeah. It's a little sucky, but... we get one copper by each turn. I guess now you'll be doing the gold to bank thing. There's no way you can continue to not do it. I don't know if the money's there to double, though. Three experiments. No, you're holding an experiment. You are holding an experiment. I mean, I don't know that I'm going to be that able to continue to draw, but I should be able to just at least, Province Duchy each turn. Well, Province Duchy is a little bit of a stretch just because the province would have to come from upgrades, and I'm only gaining one gold each turn. Just so I don't have a bunch of banks lying around. This isn't 8, is it? No, nope. Well, I'm going to double province if I can. Just not guaranteed from this hand. I mean, I could turn over, province, gold, Trove, and I'd not be able to do much of anything. We'd figure it out, but it's definitely something that could happen. It's not completely stable. Just like this. Wow. Do I ever make good predictions? Alright, well, that goes to a bank. And that goes to a nothing. And we'll have a good next turn. In the meantime, I think I would like to buy a duchy. And the deck should be able to handle that, no problem. And the next turn I will have a triple province available. Which should be pretty good. Obviously that was not good. I mean, I knew my deck was capable of doing that. I said right before I made the draw that it was going to do that, so there you go. Draw, copper, Trove, copper, it's gold. There's an Apothecary in those 3 cards. I'm going to play Lab first. It's like Apothecary, upgrade. Maybe a copper? But I think I'm going to get more value playing the Apothecaries later. I feel pretty good with a triple province, I think. Depending on what I left. I have a bank. Where's the last bank? Oh, I gained a bank last turn, that's right. So I have, it's a bank that's in there. No, it's not a bank that's in there. I don't know where the last bank is. I guess we each have one. Okay, we each have one bank and there's 2 in the trash. Okay, so you do not have a bank in hand right now, is the deal. Yeah, my Coven totally should have been a Treasury. It would have done just as much and given me a little bit more time. Although hard to say how much impact those 2 points are having. I guess there's also like some reasonable argument to be made that this duchy could have just been a lab. I just don't think it was necessary for it to be a lab, so that's why I went with duchy. This will be province by. Okay. So there was a what's it? Thing in there. Let's do that. There'll be a little bit of time. I think I should just get this eventually, but like I'll just buy an estate right here. Your main ways of scoring are just, you know, coven me and get duchies. So I should have quite a bit of time, and I'm gonna guess that there's probably a province available in this deck, remainder of this deck. So what you need to be buying is actually experiments, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop here and buy an estate, I think. That should be fine. Yeah. 15. I don't know if there's actually value in the estate, or if it should be a ride, or just a copper, like I'm gonna get 2 more curses. I'm gonna have an opportunity to buy duchy at least, so let's make it a copper. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you should have been buying experiment rather than duchy. Oh, you have a silver. That's exciting. So that can turn into a duchy. There's like this question of how much do I need to do? How much more do I need to do? Because if it comes down to estates, we're probably fine. I mean, the curses will be dumped by that point, but okay. I think I just want a duchy right here, to be perfectly honest. Whoops, undo. I should actually top deck this upgrade and turn it into a gold. Right. Yeah. Alright, this turn I think we'll probably get there. It's hard to say. Whew. That was a weird one. Anyways, that's 3-1, which will do pretty good. I think there's still room for someone to pass me, surely, because I didn't do a whole lot. But, yeah. See you all.